Hey, Mike Healy here, and I didn't tell anybody I was doing this, but I thought I would do it live. Just got done working out, playing racquetball, and I won one game out of three. We played Cutthroat, which is three people playing it. It was awesome. It was fun. But every time I play racquetball, I kind of learn something new that I want to share with people a lot of times, and I just don't get on here and share it because I think it's relevant, or I get in a hurry or something like that. But anyhow, and I know I'm looking like sweaty and unshaved in a couple days. But what I want to tell you is this: is I've had so in business and especially life, everybody's always looking for the shortcut, right? But here's the deal: it is if it was so easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would be in shape. Everybody would be millionaires. Everybody would have complete success, and we would live in la la land, okay? The land of unicorns and Bigfoot riding that unicorn, okay? Which is a great thing, by the way. I think that would be awesome. But one of the things that I had to learn a long time ago was that I had to develop myself better as a person and start learning a lot of these things and listening to people who have had success, who've gone through issues, who have overcome adversity and things like that. And when it comes to, like, especially business, like, I get people all the time because obviously I put myself out there. I do tons of YouTube videos, got a big audience, things like that. And a lot of times people will comment back about, oh, well, you're this. Oh, well, you're this. Oh, well, you know how to do internet marketing, or you know how to do Facebook Live. Why don't you use your head and understand that anybody can learn these things? Like, I didn't just wake up one day and I was smart, and I'm still working on it. It just cracks me up how people just justify failure because they're not willing to go out there and do that little 1%er. Like, a great book if you want to get your head out of your keister and actually go do something that you should do is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, printed years ago. If you just listen to the introduction to The Slight Edge, it'll get your wheels going, or get yourself thinking. But most people that really succeed, it's like this sliver of a margin of people that do things that other people won't do. That's really what success is. Like, it's just staying the course. And is it easier to not go learn something new? Yeah, absolutely. Is it easier to skip a workout? Heck yeah, it is. Is it easier to not read the book in the morning when you could get up and do something else? Yep. But the people that are successful, there's a pattern that they follow, that they have to do it. And I still have to do this on a daily basis. I get frustrated. I get, bummed out sometimes. I get, angry about things. But if you don't take the personal responsibility to become better, then you really don't have anybody to blame. If the opportunity exists for everybody, and somebody is succeeding in that opportunity, then it is never the opportunity. It's always the person who's just not executing. Now, I know I'm going to get feedback on that one because, again, I've had people that say, well, you have all these contacts, so you can recruit people like crazy. Well, yeah, it took a while, right? Like, you shouldn't, if you haven't been reading books for years, and you haven't been learning internet marketing, if you haven't figured out how to make Facebook posts, if you haven't done, Facebook Lives, if you haven't done Instagram, then you're behind. The good news is, and I'm a little riled up, I just got out of the racquetball court, by the way. The good news is, though, is you can change. You can start today. You can do that one thing. You can just do that. Like, I love this dumb saying. It's how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? How do you chop down a tree? One chop at a time. Most of the times you got to stop every once in a while and sharpen your axe so that it gets easier to do. But that's really the process, okay? Like, if you just stay consistent at developing yourself, that's the key, right? Everybody, like, half the time, people want to get in shape. They want to do these things. Like, the New Year's coming up, right? We're about to go into 2020, which seems like forever ago, right? Like, I remember when I was, younger, 2020 was like, I figured we'd be teleporting by now, right? And probably you did too. But we're about to enter the year 2020, and you're going to have to make your decisions right now if you're going to have a great 2020. And don't make these big, audacious, as soon as 2020 first week, I'm going to lose 15 pounds or whatever it is. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. You stay consistent. You do a few things over a sustained period of time, and that's how you get success. So I just felt like ranting a little bit this morning, I guess. It was kind of a rough weekend. Let me put it to you that way. Not necessarily rough and I couldn't handle it, but it just sometimes it gets frustrating when people blame everything but taking responsibility on themselves. Do you know how many times I have failed, especially in like networking? I had somebody ask me, say, well, how do you have any credibility because you've done multiple companies over the years? It's because I've done multiple things that I have credibility, because I don't stop. I continue to try to work. I continue to try to learn. I continue to try to get better. And I try not to take everything so emotional that it hinders real success. But that's kind of the thing, is anybody can succeed if they just stay the course, and success is different for other people. That's what it comes down to. So anyhow, I got to get back. I got to get home and get to work. So I got a bunch of stuff this week because I'm leaving. I'm going out of town, to say the least, here in a couple days. So anyhow, thanks for being on here. If you got something out of it, great. Put some likes and comments below. Appreciate it, and see you on the other videos. Thanks.